Okay, so I need to turn the music down because it's a little bit loud. I have just got onto the game, and it looks slightly different to what I've played before.
This game which North Park is playing is a game which is similar to Survive the Titanic, which he played about 2 years ago. But the game is a different version, but it is very similar, although it didn't have any music in the game.
The way I got into this game is a bit different to when I played Survive the Titanic. I don't remember the music at the beginning, and I don't remember different Titanic maps to choose from. I am in the same map that James Lock 888 is on. This is not a good start already. Okay then. What's up everybody, this is North Park 6666 here, and in this video, I'm going to be playing the Titanic game. So, I have played a Titanic game before, which is called Survive the Titanic. This is something different. Well, slightly different. And I don't know why we started off in this lifeboat.
When players had gotten onto the game, the round was almost over, and that's why players have been teleported to the lifeboats.
We're almost at the Titanic, and then we can start the game. We can get on more easily now. What the hell? Anyway, I've made it onto the Titanic. Well, I did make it onto the Titanic, but I got teleported back.
Did you notice that players have received 100 points, even though they weren't in the game for that long?
I did actually thought we joined in the middle of the game, because I don't remember that we started with the lifeboats. I was wondering why we had the lifeboats there to begin with. So I'm on the Titanic with James Lock 888. James Lock 888 originally requested me to play Flood Escape, but that game no longer exists. So I'm playing the Titanic game instead. It's not quite the same Titanic game that I played about a couple of years ago. It's a slightly different one.
North Park had set up the microphone, and he was too close to the mic when he said all this. Another thing is that the Flood Escape game is presumed taken down, as the last video of that game was made a few years ago.
So I'm going to go up here, and then into the Titanic. And I'm pretty sure it's a different map to what I remembered the last time I played this game on Survive the Titanic. So I don't think there was any music when I played Survive the Titanic either. I think this is a slightly different version of the Titanic game than the other one that I played about 2 years ago. No, actually, this could be the same game, because there's like stairs all the way down. I could take the elevator, but there's no elevator. Can I call it? No, I can't call it. On one of these Titanic games, which I played, I actually got stuck in the maze. And I don't know if this Titanic map has a maze. Speaking of which, there is a maze. But the floor looks different though. Well, I don't know if this is a maze or not. Well, it's not quite a maze. I thought this was a maze because I got stuck in one of these mazes in the Survive the Titanic game. Okay, let's explore the bottom floor. And I think it is... Wait, did I actually just get a view from outside from here? I thought I did. Is it because I looked like this? I could actually see the sea. As I'm looking out the window, I can just about see it. And I think I'll go back up to the bridge. which is up the stairs. Ah, there's James Lock 888, but what's he doing standing on the ledge? Oh, we get a good view here as well. But I don't know if we can look outwards. And that's all we can see. What does this say up here? Take a tour down Scotland Road to Traverse. Oh, how do you pronounce that word? It doesn't matter. The long lengths of the ship indoors. So I'll go back up here. And I get a good view up here as I'm sat down on the seats. And I'm a coal worker? How am I the coal worker? So first class, no one's in first class. Second class, James Lock 888 is in second class. I'm not even in third class. I'm the coal worker. And it's going up in seconds. I don't know if I'd chosen coal worker.
For some reason, North Park is a coal worker in the game. He doesn't know if he had chosen to be a coal worker. There's first class, second class and third class.
The last time Roblox Titanic forever saw daylight. Going up the stairs to the top. Oh, I can take the lift. Badge awarded. North Park 6666.11 virtual... I didn't get to read the whole thing, but I received 100 points. Now let's go up the elevator. I did not even know I can get on the elevator in this game. But it only goes up one floor.
Actually, one side goes up, and the other goes down.
I wish it took me right to the top. This is slightly different to the game that I played about 2 years ago. And you can't drop the lifeboats yet.
Iceberg, right ahead!
So I'm going to see what's going on. I can see that one player has managed to crouch in the game, but I can't do that. I don't know which button to press, but I keep pressing the wrong button. I've just managed to zoom up to my avatar. Some players have managed to crouch, but I don't know if I can crouch in the game. Which button is to crouch? Is it C, V, A, Z, X? It's none of those buttons. Unless it's the spacebar. No, it's not. Shift, Control, Alt.
North Park is trying to crouch in the game. He tried pressing every key on the keyboard, but he doesn't know how to do it.
Emergencies only. It looks like the iceberg is actually near the ship, but it hasn't hit it. So we're totally fine, we've missed the iceberg. Crew should check the boiler room for potential damage. James Lock 888 is right over there. I was trying to get to where James Lock 888 is and take the shortcut. I'm not sure if climbing up the funnel is a good idea. But you know what, I'll try it anyway. And I didn't lose any health for dropping down, that's a good thing. This lifeboat's not set up.
North Park unfortunately misses the lifeboat, and jumps straight into the sea. And once you get into the sea, it is very hard to get back onto the Titanic.
Oh, what are the odds of going through that gap? And the boat? Get back up to the water. It kind of launched me up, but I don't think I can get back onto the Titanic. Jump. In these waters, it would be cold, so I need to get out of the water to survive.
North Park couldn't get back up to the Titanic, but he was able to respawn back to the beginning.
You know what? I'm going to go right back to the ship that I was on. So I'll go right at the end. And luckily I was able to get back onto the Titanic. The life counter will reset if your character dies. My avatar, more like. Crew are doing the necessary preparation for the lifeboats. I'm not sure if all the crew are doing the necessary preparations for lifeboats. I'm going to go back to the top to survive, but I'm going to take the elevator.
Another thing, the other Titanic game didn't have an elevator to go up or down.
And it only goes up one floor. Wait, is that the top floor? I think that is the top floor. But it only goes up like one floor every time. And it only goes down one floor every time. Scotland Road on E-deck is floating. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm going to go to one of the lifeboats now and try and survive. And when I get to the lifeboat, I'm going to try and lower it so we can survive. I think it's about time I should get on one of those lifeboats. But the last time I did that, I fell through the gap. And what were the odds of that? Pretty low, but I still managed to fall. Lower the ropes. To lower the ropes, I have to stand here. This is hard.
You would need 2 players to lower the ropes, because if you only have 1 player lowering the ropes, the lifeboat will not go in the water correctly.
I think a player was trying to jump back onto the Titanic, but the jump was too high and they accidentally jumped off the lifeboat. What the hell? Why is the lifeboat not lowering correctly? Look at that. Do we actually need 2 players to lower the boat? It looks like that cable is about to snap if I lower it anymore. And if that was real life, the cable on the left would snap and the lifeboat would fall into the sea.
But since this is a Roblox game, the left cable would not snap.
Maybe it won't snap because it's a Roblox game. But it is at a dangerous angle now. Are you sure you want to be on the boat? Because it's not at a straight horizontal angle.
Eventually the players have lowered the lifeboat so it's placed into the sea at a perfect straight angle.
It looks like it's going to land flat. Which is good, because when I lowered the lifeboat down, it was at a dangerous angle, and players wouldn't be able to get onto the lifeboat. I think I'll go straight onto the boat. Right here. And the lifeboat is perfectly placed into the water. So I should be surviving. The reception room is flooding. I wonder where James Lock 888 is. I wonder if he's still on the Titanic. We're still surviving. All we need to do is stay away from the Titanic. Badge awarded. North Park 6666.11 virtual. I wish it stays on for longer so I can read the whole badge award. It looks like it is flooding quite fast. The ship's bow is flooding. Which I believe is this side right here. It would have been a perfect game if I didn't accidentally jump into the water to begin with. At least I got teleported back to the same map. On the same Titanic map which I was on when I failed. Wait, James Lock 888 did survive. He's on this boat. And I'm on a different one. So right now, most of us are surviving. And I'm back to full health. Because once the character dies, the health goes back to 100%. And I have failed once in this game. So what I need to do is stay on the lifeboat to survive. Right now, I am on 1,000... Well, I was going to say 1,000 points, but I think it's just gone back to 0. The ship's bow is flooding. The bow has gone under. And I think the last time I played one of these Titanic games, the Titanic took ages to sink. And I think it's doing the same thing now. Sometimes it takes about 40 minutes to fully sink. Or am I making that up? Well, I don't know how long the Titanic took to sink, but it is taking a while in this game. The grand staircase lower decks are flooding as well.
Just like Survive the Titanic Game on Roblox, the ship took ages to sink, and the last Titanic Game video, which North Park made, he speeded up some parts of the video, where the ship was going down.
I don't know how many points I've actually got. Over 1,000 points? So it'd be like 1,425, I think. The bridge is now flooding.
There is now some sad violin music playing in the background, as the Titanic is going under the sea. The other Titanic game on Roblox did not have any music in at all. The music gives the game more of an effect to what is happening.
I think it's actually sinking faster than I thought now. I think when I joined in the first game, I think I joined in right at the end, because we started off with the boats, and when I started to go up the Titanic, I think I got teleported, because I think the round was almost over when I joined, and none of us realised that the round was almost over, and we still got 100 points after we just joined the first game. So I think the first time I joined this map, or one of these maps, I think it was almost the end of the game, and that's why we got teleported back to the start. And it's about halfway underwater. I think I have less time than everyone else in the game, because I failed once, as I fell into the sea.
North Park is not sure if he had lost some time in the game, as he had failed, and had to go back onto the Titanic.
Grand staircase is now flooding. The Titanic in this game is actually going down much quicker than the one in the other game which I played 2 years ago. Wait, am I the only one on the boat now? Where did the other 2 players go? I'm very close to that iceberg with my boat as well, and I don't have a paddle to paddle away from it.
It's weird how the lifeboat is still moving, as North Park doesn't have the paddles.
Somehow the boat is moving all by itself without the paddles. The player that did have the paddles has left, so I got the whole thing to myself. The ship's structure is beginning to stress. That's possibly when it breaks in half. The second funnel has collapsed. Electricity has gone out.
The electricity sound effect can still be heard, even though North Park is far away from the Titanic.
I've just heard sound effects from the Titanic, even though I'm far away from it now. The lifeboat is still moving, and I'm going to the middle of nowhere. The ship has now broken in two. I wonder where James Lock 888 is at now. He might be on one of the other lifeboats, surviving. The stern is falling, still connected to the bow, through the double hole at the bottom. The boat is still moving without the oars. I'm not even paddling this thing and it's still moving. Look how far away from the iceberg I am now. That's impressive without the oars. And I'm wondering when the round is over, because it's been a long round. This is the bird's eye view of me in the boat. And there's the iceberg right over there. I think I'm still moving. The stern begins the final plunge. The ship is slipping beneath the waves. Nothing but far away lifeboats and darkness. The double hull has detached, the stern is flooding. I can't see the iceberg anymore. I think I'm so far away from it now.
Apologies for the loud music. This is the same music that was playing when North Park joined into the Titanic game, before the game was over.
Oh, I can still see the iceberg. I thought I was so far away from the iceberg that I couldn't see it anymore, and I'm still going.
The round should be over in about a couple of minutes. The notification says that there are 180 survivors, but there aren't 180 players playing the game.
Is that how many survivors there are? 160? Roblox mail ship RMS Carpathia is on its way to rescue survivors. 137. Remove time minus 24.5. There's not actually that many players playing in this game. This notification saying rescuing survivors is going down quite slow. The game should be over about now. Roblox Titanic is restarting. 100 points, you have survived. Have a nice day exploring the ship. Well, okay, so I teleport near James Lock 888. And that's where he is now. With the banana avatar. Hang out and meet your friends at the grand staircase. Head down the grand staircase to D-Deck to lounge in the reception room. I forgot to mention that James Lock 888 is playing on the PlayStation 4 again. So like last time, get first class access. No. So just like last time, I can't communicate to James Lock 888 if he's on the PlayStation 4, not even on the main chat. But we might see each other throughout the game. I'm going to see if I can get myself stuck between the roof and the banister. I don't think I can in this game. So I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom floor and to see what's down there. I can't tell if I'm underneath the water or not, because all I can see is dark blue. I don't think I can go down any further than that.
At the bottom there are stairs that go down, and they don't lead anywhere, so North Park decided to go back up to the elevators.
I don't know what's down here, but I think it's just a window. One of the elevators is at C deck, and the other two are at B deck. Let's go up to B deck. We're on B deck, so let's take the elevator. Pressing the wrong buttons. The left button is to go down and the other button is to go up. I think that's the furthest I can go down. So let's take it to the top floor. Up the elevator. So this button is to go up and the other one is to go down. I thought, how can I select my floor if it only goes up one and goes down one? The door's already opened up before the elevator got to the floor. And we're now on A deck. That was a little bit delayed. It may have been, but I don't know if it was delayed or not. Let's take the other elevators.
North Park decided to go up and down in the elevators.
Let's take it down! So we're going down the elevator. And down another floor. This is fun at the same time too. I'm playing this game a different way, spending some of the time in the elevator. Going up. I keep pressing F and E. I'm going to try and get to the third elevator on the right.
Iceberg right ahead!
What, already? I'll do the third elevator if I got time. I'll get it on floor C. I know the iceberg is right ahead. Harder starboard. No, I want to go down. I'm taking the elevator down, and when I get to the bottom, I'm going to take it back up, and then try and get the lifeboat. One more floor to go down. I think that's the lowest I can go down. It's about time to go up because it's about to hit the iceberg. And the ship has just hit the iceberg. Can the ship really sink? Well, the answer to that is yes, it does. I thought that was the top floor. And this is the top floor. So I need to go to the exit to survive. Crew should check the boiler room for potential damage.
The iceberg is right there, but it doesn't look like the Titanic actually hit it, as it wasn't touching the ship.
So there's the iceberg right there. But it doesn't look like we've actually hit it. It looks like it's about... I don't know how far away the Titanic was from the iceberg, but it didn't look like it hit the side of it. It looks like it actually missed the iceberg.
North Park is going to do what he did last time, by lowering in the lifeboat, but the last time he did that, the lifeboat was not lowering in the water correctly.
I'll do what I did last time by lowering one of these lifeboats right over here. So I can't lower this one because it's not set. Cutter lifeboats, emergency only. Oh, there you are, James Lock 888. I was wondering where you were. Oh, everyone's trying to get onto that lifeboat, but I don't think I can lower it down yet.
There are about 5 players on the lifeboat, but North Park cannot lower the lifeboat yet, and the cutter is for emergencies only.
How can the lifeboat go down if I can't lower it? The life counter will reset if your character dies. My character has died once. But that was in the first round. It still says that the cutter is for emergencies only. But there must be a way to lower it. Because that's the only lifeboat that I can see that's in use. The others are not set up. This one that we're on is not even set up because it's still got the cover on it. It looks like that some of the players are going to the same lifeboat that I am on, which has got the cover on it. But I don't know why, because this lifeboat is not even set up. And I don't know if there's a way to set it up. And the lifeboat that everyone else is on is set. But the crew are doing the necessary preparations for the lifeboats, though.
North Park is not a crew member, so he is unable to set the lifeboats up.
There's about 1, 2, 3, 4 players on that lifeboat. And we still don't know how to lower it. Lower rope.
Players are now able to lower the ropes.
I can now lower the ropes. I wasn't able to do that last time. But unfortunately, the last time I did that, I made the thing go wonky. And I think I'm probably going to do the same thing. Come on, guys, you need to go to the other side. Because lowering the ropes takes more than one player. 3 lifeboats are now in use. They weren't before. I don't think that boat is going to land properly in the water. I think the front bit is going to go in first. I thought it was going to land flat as me and another player are lowering the ropes at the same time.
It doesn't look like the boat had lowered down in the water correctly.
Well, that sort of landed okay, but it looks like the front bit actually went into the water. I'm surprised that all those players actually stayed on the boat as it landed flat. I think I'll go onto this lifeboat right here. Let's lower the ropes.
North Park is lowering the ropes with another player to make sure it lands flat into the water, because the last 2 times that North Park lowered the boat, it didn't land flat in the water, but the players are still on the lifeboat, as it landed at an angle.
So we've lowered one of the lifeboats. I need to lower a couple more. This has taken a long time to lower the boat down. This boat is still at an angle. Why is it not lowering down at a flat angle? For the whole time it looks like it was going to land flat, but when it got closer to the bottom, it was going at a diagonal angle and looks like it was going to plunge. But at least I'm on the lifeboat now, and I'm surprised I was able to jump that far. I hate it when I keep floating around. Well, guess what? I'm in. I'm in the bloody boat. It's stupid how I keep floating. It did that in the working at the pizza place game for some unknown reason. I don't get why it makes me float around in the game.
In Roblox, North Park had noticed himself and other players levitating. He doesn't know if it's a glitch that occurred recently, because the first time he noticed this was back in May 2024.
But at least I'm surviving. That's 2 rounds that I survived. Bloody hell. The reception room is now flooding again. Why are you driving it right into the blades? You do realise you got the lifeboat stuck.
The lifeboat which North Park is on has gotten stuck on the blades of the Titanic.
Are we actually stuck on the blade? I thought it was going to do that thing when it lifts up the lifeboat. Finally, the lifeboat is off the blade. Hopefully that player won't drive it in there again. The boat is going backwards though. Hopefully the player that is controlling the lifeboat knows what he's doing. And thankfully he's driving away from the blades. Why is he going close to the Titanic? And he's driving to where the blades are. What is he doing? He's already got the boat stuck on the blade once.
This player got the boat stuck on the blade once. North Park is not sure if he's trying to do it again.
What is he doing? He's driving it into the blade again.
Even though North Park is on a lifeboat surviving, the blades can still kill players even though they are in the lifeboat and not in the water.
That's what happens if you put the lifeboat on the blade of the Titanic. We could have generally survived that, but because one player was driving the lifeboat into the blades, we all died. So that's why we failed. So anyway, this has been the Titanic game on Roblox. So I hope you like this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bye everyone.
Before North Park ends this video, something happened off camera, which James Lock 888 saw and North Park didn't. One player somehow launched the Titanic into the air by spawning in a plane. This would have been funny if North Park captured this, but he didn't. This is a screenshot from James Lock 888.